Oh, hey, I didn't realize I had my camera on. I'm Yogi with the Yogi Collection, and it is 2025, and I'm ready to turn over a new leaf on my channel and start talking about things other than Hot Wheels. Yes, believe it or not, Hot Wheels was a hot topic in 2024, but it's not really going to be my main conversation piece going forward. Why do you ask? Well, I have a lot of reasons. One of the main reasons is because I believe that Hot Wheel collectors are far and few and in between. And mainly the Hot Wheel market is really just a flea market swap, penny stock trading. I don't mean to offend anybody, but it really isn't meant for true collectors. It's just too cutthroat. It's a whole story. All right. So what I want to do now is start over with different brands like I don't know, Mini GT. How about Kaido Works? How about Pop Race? There's a bunch of different brands, and I talked about those in 2023, and I talked about those in late 2023 and all of 2024. But really, this time I want to go all in on it, meaning I'm going to show you nothing but, right? I might sprinkle in some Hot Wheels RLC or something that I think is worth discussing, but really, we're going to be talking about this right here. And I should probably put it right there because I'm going to be showing that off. But I'm really talking about this right here. All right. So, new format. You get to see my face. By the way, I have another channel. It's called Yogi's Garage. And that one's my primary channel. And I work on Yogi's Garage. I work on 911 Porsches, believe it or not. And I just finished restoring a 2002 Cabriolet. I have a Turbo S Cabriolet. And I am moving my project slowly to a bigger shop so I can take on bigger and more complex projects. So if you like working on cars, you want to learn all about that, be sure to check out that channel. I'll put a link down below to Yogi's Garage, but right now it's the Yogi's Collection. So with that, welcome to the show. I've got my nerdy glasses on now. I need them. I can't see really. And so let's get started, right? You see a lot of stuff on my table right now, and I said no Hot Wheels, and I've got nothing but Hot Wheels on here. I've got a few other ones that aren't Hot Wheels, but there's one in particular that I like because mainly, let me do something here real quick. I'm gonna put a marker right where I think center is, which is right here. That's where I'm gonna be going. All right, so if you guys see a dot here on my table, that's pretty much where I want to put the item that I'm going to show you so that I keep it center. I've always noticed that when I'm editing, I'm like, move, Yogi, move the camera. All right. So anyway, let's go back. So food trucks. I'm always going to talk to you about food trucks, okay? Because I love them. And, you know, Deadpool, the latest Deadpool and Wolverine movie was awesome. This is from Deadpool 2, but it is a really good showpiece here. It's all metal construction. It is Hot Wheels. And it's from Deadpool 2 and it's all about chimichangas, man. He loves the chimmies. So yeah, this is a really nice piece. So that's what I wanted to show you. I have a whole thing about lunch or about food trucks. So be sure to check that out. Okay, this is going to be a short video because I just want to kind of dip my feet, get some feedback from you guys. Let me know what you think. But let's just kick it off with Mini GT, but not just Mini GT, Kaido House Mini GT. If you guys aren't familiar with Kaido House, they pretty much focus on all JDM. JDM, Japanese manufacturing. So you're talking about Nissan, Datsun, any of those, Honda, of course, Toyota. And is there a KDM for Korean? If there is, then, you know, Hyundai and, what's the other knockoff Japanese brand? Hyundai and, come on, Kia, that's right. Thank you, Kia. Okay. All right, let's just quit screwing around. So, let's talk about Mini GT. They have a couple of different tiers. And to be honest, I haven't done my research on, you know, what levels there are, but I can tell you that they have divisions, and this division is Kaido House, and again, it's all JDM, and they're almost Bozu Soku. And if you know what Bozu Soku is, it's for those of you who don't, it's the old, and back in the 50s and 60s, right after World War II, there was a whole movement with engineers and pilots and educated Japanese military men who started customizing cars and making them extreme, big tailpipes, all that. So this kind of gave me a Bozu Soku kind of vibe. So I wanted to check it out. Let me get a blade here because I have a feeling I'm going to be cutting some things up. Some other things that I'm going to be doing on my channel is talking about how to improve your display, like display cases. I've already started doing that. You've seen me do the display case reviews. I've also reviewed the collectibles, like the advent calendar for Formula One. That was a big scam. Be sure to check out that video. I'll put a link up there so you can take a look at that. But yeah, I'm going to talk about display cases because you have your awesome cars, awesome Lego, because I collect Lego as well. And then you come back like a month or two later and it's covered in dust. So I've got some display cases. Some of them are low profile. Some of them are larger. You can carry bigger or multiple items in it. And that's what I also talk about. So, all right, let's open this thing up. And also presentation. This kind of reminds me of a Redline Club presentation. But look at the colors, man. Already, it puts a smile on my face when I see stuff like this because I get tired of just the normal models, man. I want stuff like this on display. Look at this beautiful car. Now, one thing I've learned about Kaido House, Pop Race, these little antennas, these little things that stick out, in this case, the mirrors, are very fragile, guys. So keep your paws off of them, all right? Let's bring it in so you can take a real close look at this. Wow. So you want to know the answer. Why, Yogi? Why are you switching from Hot Wheels? Well, take a look, man. Use your eyes. See for yourself. Look at these wheels. They're rubber. Now, is this meant to go on a track? Like a Hot Wheels track? No. It's meant to go on a real track if it was a real car, I'll tell you that. Look at that. This is, now they're getting better at their wheel design. I didn't realize that when I bought it. Like that actually rolls, because I have some other ones that don't roll too well. Let's see if I have one on display that I can get my hands on real quick. Yeah, here. I'm going to go check it out. I might lose the camera, or maybe it'll follow me to my wall of collectibles. Where are you? I just saw you here. Okay, it's following me. Yes, I'm wearing pajamas. Don't judge. All right, check this one out. I should have showed you this one too because I haven't shown it all, but look at that polish, man. Let me get my little cleaner here. Get it ready for display. The wing came off. Remember I told you that, how they fall off? And this one here is Pop Race. All right. This is the Datsun 510. This is a collectible, guys. Okay? Trust me. Let me know if you guys want a tour of my collection. I'll show you what I got. I'm not going to show you what I got, because, you know, some collections are meant for only friends and NDA agreements, non-disclosure. Okay, check that out. And look, underneath, the side pipes. I mean, I love this stuff. I'm all about mini stuff, too. I love the miniaturized cars. And right now, I said I wasn't going to talk about Hot Wheels, and I'm going to talk about Hot Wheels. The tuned cars. Yeah, I see you nodding your head. You know what I'm talking about. The tuned cars are super cute. But basically, they'll take, like, I don't know, this rally racer here, right? And then they'll squish it down and make it look mini. It's pretty badass. All right, so there you go. There's a couple of them right here. I'll do a beauty shot afterwards, so don't worry. I got some of these new Hot Wheel trucks. And every time I say that, I'm going to have to take a drink. All right? Let me know in the comments below if you guys think every time I say something that I promise I'm not going to talk about, that I have to drink. We'll have a lot of fun with this, I'm telling you. Okay, so there's a couple of awesome shiny ones, right? And I've had these, by the way, for months. I just haven't figured out what I was going to do with my channel here. I'm like, you know, Yogi, stop thinking about it and just do it, right? It's like what I did with my primary channel, where I kind of started with comedy skits, and I didn't really get a whole lot of traction on that. But if you do like comedy and automobiles, I do have some good ones in my early days of Yogi's Garage. Okay, so moving on from Kaido House, let's go Pop Race. And of course, I mean, look at my shirt. I'm talking Porsche. I am a Porsche guy. Check this one out. I think this Stinger GT is shiny. It's shiny, pretty sure. And I keep the boxes, you know, a little rule, because you will have, as a collector, when I go and buy things, I want the original packaging. When I buy a used Pop Race, I want it in the box. You know, if I can get it in the box, I'll pay extra for it. So hang on to these. And, you know, the footprint is not too bad. You can probably keep 1,000 of these in your attic and you wouldn't even realize it. Okay. Oh, let's talk price, right? So yeah, Hot Wheels has a really good entry point of $1.18, but you get what you pay for, right? Here's $1.18 right here. And it might look a little bit better than the average one because I've been messing around with panel line tools. And I'll do a video on that if you want and show you what I do to do the panel lines. But this is $1.18. I mean, it looks great. Paint job's nice when you can mass produce them. Whereas this one right here is going to cost you between $15 and $25. Okay? But, again, they only make these for a short period of time. And yes, they do the same thing with Hot Wheels, but they make millions of those, okay? Millions. So here they make thousands for the entire planet. Again, collectible. All right. Back to this. I've been very eager to open this because, and I apologize, I'm still getting used to the camera. So I keep looking at my pretty face when I should be looking at your pretty face. All right? Sorry about that. See? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Looky. Looky, looky. Oh, well, I mean, it's not chromed, but it is what it is. Yo, this thing is nice. It's a little plasticky. You know, Pop Race has metal. There is metal. Oh, yeah, by the way, this is also something that I like about them. See the look little Phillips screw heads. You can actually swap the wheels or maybe get in there and customize the interior. I mean, you're going to need a magnifying glass to see the detail, but nevertheless, it looks awesome. The wing is really neat. Oh, man. I don't know much of the details on the actual Stinger GTR, but if it's a GTR, then it is race spec, basically. You can tell by some of the ventilation here for braking. Very neat. Very, very cool car. The tires are a little narrow for my taste, but again, look at this freaking finish. A little bummed about that right there. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bummed, but that's okay. Looks good. All right, there's my little mark. I got to change that mark to something that looked like a white booger. Okay, here we go. Let's move on. What else have I got? I got a couple more things. Last car, all right? And this here is the 1986 Rough BTR. I'm not sure what that stands for, but it is a slant nose iteration of the Porsche 930 Turbo. And so that right there, if you know anything about Porsches, you'll know that the 930 Turbo is like, you've heard it called the Widowmaker, of course, but it's essentially the very first iteration of the 911 in turbo form. Was a Widowmaker because of the infamous turbo lag on these cars, to where, you know, rich guys, doctors or whatever, were getting in these things, hitting the pedal to the metal, man, are like, where's all the power? And they get pulled into a cliff. So, pulled over a cliff. How about that? Anyway, I love, well, let me do it this way. I love this right here, Rough BTT or BTR. It is great. The finish, woof. let's crack this thing open. And yes, I leave them in their clear cases like this. It's like their own little personal dust shield. I take them out to show people. I had one in black, but I gave it away as a Christmas gift because I'm that guy. Look at the mirrors. I mean, they tried really hard to get the little reflective tape. Can you see that? The little reflective tape just right on the mirror, but it didn't work out in their favor, and it's kind of all wonky, but that's fine. That's fine. I won't fault them for that. I mean, geez, how difficult it would be to do it yourself. Look at that, beautiful. And this is Guards Red. I know the color. This is absolutely Guards Red. 930 Turbo. Let's put you right there next to my mark. All right, I have one more item I want to talk to you about. I just want to make sure my screen doesn't go into screensaver mode. And then I'm going to look around and see if I can find anything else. I got to look at the camera, Michael. And then I'm going to look around and find something else to show you. Okay? Let me do this. All right, you guys ready? Check this out. I did a video on Liberty Walk. A year and a half ago, got a lot of traction, over 5,000-6,000 views. That's a lot for me. And I didn't have these little tents. I did not have these. And now I do. I think I even have little extra tires. So let's open these up. I've got some generic ones here. You can see. I like these too because I can just paint them, right? I mean, it's simple. Just got to get around to painting. All right. Now, running 2 channels and having an actual career that pays the bills and the family takes a lot of time. I didn't realize that. It's just very, very time consuming, you know? Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Wow. It looks like plastic. It is almost 3D printed. No, it's injection molded. It just has kind of a ripple to it to make it look like it's a true tent. Yep, got some wheels. The little display flags, and then the little stands. And wow, those are really fancy. I may have to get more of these. All right, let's put it together. So let me fill up some of this time. I can tell you that one of the questions that I'm going to get is, where can you buy these? Well, eBay is a very good place to go. But if you want to support your local businesses, then find a local diecast shop in your area and support them. Please, I'm begging you. I'm very fortunate. I live in Houston. So I have the opportunity or the advantage of going to J Car Diecast. And some of you may be nodding your heads because you were like, hey, I think I've heard of J Car. Well, J Car is a great little shop. They're like really easy to get to from my place, about a half an hour. But they ship worldwide, and they'll sell you cases of this stuff or the individuals, and their pricing is fair. But if you have to go online to get it, you know, consider trying to find something here in your area. But if you can't, then eBay is your best bet. You'll get them there with minimal markup. There's so much competition out there that these prices are pretty much fixed to an extent, right? Because at some point when they discontinue these, then it's an open market. It's an open secondary market. So yeah, it's not really going to matter what you want to pay for it. It's going to matter what the market is asking. And so it's always good. I think I paid like $10 to $11 for this tent. So it's but in a couple of years, this could be $20, $25, right? Look at that, awesome. And Liberty Walk is one of my favorite designs because those guys there, like, I mean, we know what is what's the one that's real controversial right now? Is it RUF? The Japanese guy who sits with cigarettes in his mouth and just starts cutting into the side panels. Oy. I believe that Liberty Walk, and I know they do, LBWK has a performance wing. So I think it's LBWK is their performance wing where all the aero is actually tested for aerodynamic efficiency, not just throwing it on there like a lot of people do. You ever see, I know we do, you guys know you see cars out there today, and you're probably one of them, that, slaps a wing on the back of your car and it's a front wheel drive. You know who you are. Yeah, don't do that. All right. There you go. Pretty neat. Let me see if I can find anything else to show you. If not, we're going to call it. All right. Okay. I did find one more thing for you guys to take a look at real quick. It's really cute. I mean, it was just because, I don't know, I liked it. All right. This is the Muscle Machines RWB 993. And that's what I was thinking of earlier when I was talking about the Japanese guy who's been hacking up the Porsche 911s and creating a bunch of controversy is RWB. And yeah, so this one's here is sort of like, almost like a tuned version that I mentioned, but it's sort of tuned on, I don't know, steroids. Like this thing is really plump, let's just say. Let's just cut it open. Okay, so it does have a little display. That's neat. And here it is, man. Check this out. This is, I mean, it's got all the touches of an RWB. It's just so obnoxious. But this is a twin turbo Mama Jamma here. This is a 993 turbo. Beautiful. Very, I mean, it's huge. I don't even know what scale that is. Maybe 118. Does it say what scale? 143, maybe? Model 143. I don't know what scale that is. Does it say? No. So there you go, guys. That is the last one that I wanted to show you. And I figured I'd close this one out, showing you a few others in my collection on display, and as well as talking about some of the things that I talked about last year, like the display cases, and kind of show you what those look like after they've been sitting for a while. All right, so take a look. So here's an example of a display case that I reviewed recently, and I put some of my favorite 2024 models in here. Not all of them are Hot Wheels. There's some Majorette in here, as well as Kaido House and Pop Race. And here are some of the high-end wagons. I mean, come on. This is a no-brainer. I mean, this right here should sell you on the idea of going to a higher end model. I mean, look at that Chevy S10. I did say Kaido House only did Japanese, but that's not entirely accurate. They do partner with Chevy, and this is an example, the C10 right here. It's beautiful. And then here's another example of why these display cases are so great, because they protect your collection from the dreaded dust, unlike up here on my Golf display, which I'm only going to show you a little bit of it because I'm going to go over Golf again like I did last year, because I have upgraded it tremendously. All right, guys. So that's going to do it. All right. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this new format. And with that, the collection is closed.